Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the big homie, Black Cat. I know that a lot of y'all have been wondering, where's this guy been? Like, he made 5 videos and then he disappears for 4 months. Well, unfortunately, we all only have 1,440 minutes in a day, and as my day job really took off and my business as a coach started to expanding, I had to make a hard decision about how am I going to spend my 1,440 minutes. So my passion project around Black Cat Reacts, as much as I loved it, it kind of fell off. But then something really cool happened this weekend. This weekend I just happened to have logged into my account and I saw that Anders from Draconian actually left a very thoughtful and kind comment on one of the videos from Draconian that I reacted to, and that has just renewed my passion to do this. So I am back at it. I know that I promised you fans a lot more content, a lot more interpretation, reaction videos around Draconian. And I know that many of us are listening to the new stuff, but I want to revisit some of the things that were very impactful to me and what I would consider almost pantheon and classic before the new album releases in a few weeks. So if you will, hey, humor me. You know what to do. You can paw. You can scratch. You can even piss on that motherfucking button. But y'all, join the Black Cat community. Leave comments. Leave me some likes. Most importantly, subscribe so that we can continue to share the beauty and the motherfucking beast of heavy metal. Without further ado, I'm going to hop right into it and we're going to react to A Pale Tortured Blue from Draconian's last album, Sovereign. Alright, so already we are starting off with a live performance that you're kind of seeing here coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I typically don't react to live performances, but this happened to be a video that had really good lyrics and the vocals are amazing. I love the way that Heike kicks this song off, and I'm going to tell you, this particular jam right here has a lot of meaning to me personally. I had a hard time understanding where the song might be going, but I'm going to run it for you up front. I think this song is about trauma and overcoming it. Without further delay, here's Heike, right? So, you know me, I'm a frequent stopper. Some of my subscribers like it, some of them don't. But I feel that you can't really investigate the story or the lyrics if you don't take time within the music and just like really talk about what's happening. So we have this opening stanza from Heike and she's singing, you know, how she's on her naked back, you know, the dance of a nocturnal sun. Nocturnal sun would be the moon. She's lying in the cold grass in adoration, bowing. So when I first listened to this several times, you know, I got a visual of actually the grass bowing to her. I mean, let's all admit it, Heike is a beautiful woman, but when you think about it, she has gone out, you know, under the moonlight, completely stripped of everything. She is literally going out into her essence, out into the wilderness, out into the wild, and she is adoring the nature around her. So the question is, like, why might she be doing this under the dance of a nocturnal sun? Why is she here under the moon? Well, let's find out. So here's a key right here. Can I find you in your dark? And can you find me in your heart? Quick pause before Anders hops in, bringing the aggression. All right, think about this. This is kind of like a conundrum here. Can I find you in your dark? Can you find me in your heart? It was these two lines that ultimately led me to realize that this song may be about a trauma. My read on this, as someone who's gone through trauma, is that you're trying to find yourself in like this world of darkness that envelops you all the time, always. And you're constantly looking for yourself in your heart. And it's so hard to find yourself there because your heart can't feel anything. So here's Heike, out in the wilderness, stripped of all that she is, and she's literally looking for answers beyond a pain or depression or a trauma. And that also kind of ties into that title, A Pale Tortured Blue, which I'm going to dissect in just a moment. So here comes Anders. So there's a fallen statue in the wilderness, right? Alright, so we're going to pause it right there. I'm going to cheat a little bit, bring up my lyrics right in front of you. But so let's talk about what Anders was just growling here. Very beautifully, by the way. There's a fallen statue in the wilderness. It has found its way, to your dreams. Okay, so what do we build statues of, right? Statues are not insignificant. Statues are there to immortalize and monumentize something. We don't build statues for nothing. We build statues of our famous generals. We build statues of our religious leaders. We build statues of famous businessmen. Like, if there's a statue that was built in the wilderness, like, what is this statue to? And in my opinion, it's a metaphorical statue that Heike has formed in her mind around this depression or this thought of this trauma that's haunting her. So we get beyond that. So it's a fallen statue. The statue has fallen, right? What was once great is now fallen. It has found its way to your dreams, haunting your waking hours in night's colors with eyes like rain. This statue, whatever it was, be it a great love lost, maybe it was a parent, maybe it was a lover, maybe it was a part of herself, but this statue, this monument that she built has fallen, and now she's dreaming about it, into her waking hours in night's color. So she dreams about it in darkness with eyes like rain. How do eyes make rain? They're crying, right? There's a deluge of tears if your eyes are like rain. So that's where we are with that verse. I'm going to bring this back because they're going to get to a point where they start singing about the shades beseeching you. And just for reference, if you don't know, a shade is a ghost. So let's hear what they have to say about that. Draconian deserves a bigger crowd than this. The sage beseech you. My love embraces you. So again, I think it's another great place to stop. We're in between stanzas here. So, Under starts off with, the shades beseech you, my love increases you. And then Heike goes into, as summer freezes you into me, a cold fire suits you, a pale tortured blue blistering through. Okay, so the shades beseech you. The ghosts of the past, from like whatever happened inside of this person's past that's been sung about. The ghosts are seeking her out. They are actively seeking her out and trying to help her make peace with something that's happened. And you notice here it says, the shades beseech you, my love increases you. I mean, I think that this is almost like the hands of spirits, and even like the invisible hands of people that are around us in the corporal flesh, who love us, and they can tell that like something's right, it's not right, but they're all just trying to put their hands on you and love you so that you can come back from this trauma that you've lived through. And then Heike goes on to say, and summer freezes you into me. Summer, the season of life, the heat of summer has frozen this trauma and this memory into her, and now the cold fire suits you. And by you, I believe that she's saying the cold fire suits me, a pale tortured blue blistering through. So this is where I talk about fire just a little bit. If you are aware of chemistry, you will know that flames that burn on the blue end of the spectrum are significantly hotter than flames that burn on the red end. And so this song is all about this pale, tortured blue flame that's burning. It's a white, hot, simmering flame that is a part of who Heike is, or who this song is about. But I mean, that flame is so intense and it's so hot that even under the coldness that we put up in our hearts to try to hide our trauma or our pain, that heat will always seep out in some way or another. The question is, can we control that heat in such a way where we can use it for our own magic, for our own art, rather than it consuming us? That cold fire is now in her, and you can tell very adamantly by the way the rest of the song goes, and I'll get to it in just a little bit, she has absorbed the heat and have found the way to do something productive with it. So let's carry on. I can just literally lay here all day and just listen to this music. It's so peaceful. That lifeless lover was, that is the protagonist of the story. They climbed the mountain and they were trying to find meaning that was perhaps beyond their personal understanding and beyond the cosmos. You hear that she's saying it was the purest love of all. Like, what is the purest form of love? And that's self-love. No one can love you better than yourself. She says it twice. Because she says it once, almost in my mind, as a question, and the second time as affirming that self-love is purest love. So Anders comes back. He's raising the statue again, letting us all know that that monument of pain has never gone anywhere. And it still comes back to your dreams to haunt you in your waking hours. This will hunt you forever. You cannot get rid of the fallen statue. It's always going to be there. It'll come back to you at night. And sometimes you might still cry. I mean, your eyes might literally become rain again. But listen to this. But yet, I collect the stars you wept. This is important. But yet, I collect the stars you wept. I'm going back to, there's not a third party here collecting these stars. To me, this is the hurt person singing. Again, I go back to whether it's Heike as a person or a character that Heike has created for this song. You know, those tears that she wept, they're now stars. And you have to think about, think about the way that new galaxies populate, right? I mean, new galaxies come from stars. New galaxies come from supernovas. They come from when a red giant collapses on itself and it springs forth new life into a galaxy that makes stars, stars, and more stars. The female protagonist in this story has collapsed in on herself. Like that pale tortured blue has been simmering hot inside of her for so long that a part of her has died and a new part has begun. Look, keeping them as my own. She's keeping these stars for herself for all the sadness that we kill. This is her galaxy. Okay, this is the clincher. This is how you know that this story has totally flipped itself on its head, right? I have failed to realize it's you. The cold fire suits you. It's a pale torture blue, right? And now there's Heike. There's peace within myself and everything else. You see how this all comes around? She has made peace with everything that has happened, and now there's peace everywhere. So she still acknowledges that this white hot fire will always blister inside of her. But by collecting the stars that she wept, she has gotten to form a new universe and ultimately what I consider to be a new person. So this story is powerful to me because it proves that we are mere summaries of our lives' experiences. We all go through hard times. We go through depression. Many of us have been traumatized. And those are things that we can't take back. As much as we want to take them back, we can't. But what we can do is we can control the way that we allow our hurt and our trauma to affect ourselves. I mean, like the tears can come at night, and at some point you collect those tears and they become stars. And you and me, all of us, we get the power and the decision to let those stars become supernovas and become new galaxies and a springboard for life. So with that, Black Cat family, I hope that you enjoyed this reaction. For people who don't like me pausing so much, I respect your opinion, but I really feel like that about it. So anyhow, once again, it's your big homie, the Black Cat. If you haven't done so already, paw, scratch, piss on that motherfucking button, join the family, join the community, and continue to evangelize the love of heavy metal to the world around you. Until then, it's the big homie. I'm out. Y'all stay safe.